Hi Aries, here's a general look at your solar chart for December 2011, and may I wish you a Merry Christmas. Now you've entered, it looks pretty good actually, you've entered a more adventurous, more expansive vibrations when you get to push the envelope of daily life. At least it's likely to be what's going on at the moment, expanding your mental horizons, but also perhaps your physical horizons. It's also about education as well, some of you getting signed up for a course or giving one, and you'll just get increased opportunities to escape from the daily grind, I think. You may be drawn into a project or an enterprise where you learn a lot as you go forwards. The Sun is in the area of Jupiter at the moment, and Jupiter is the learning through doing planet, so it could be a good time for you to cast your nets a bit wider, get out of the box, plan or take a holiday or a break, a quick short break, and however it is for you, you're likely to be able to get a better perspective now after being quite drawn in and inward looking for a while. Until the 21st, important others will tend to see you in a very good light. Those are people in authority, right? So that's up until the 21st. So if you need something done and you've got to deal with bureaucracy, red tape or authority, up until the 21st would be a good time to do it. Others will tend to be on your side, and you could find an ally in a position of power or influence. It could be a female. It doesn't have to be, but it's sort of pointing more towards females. Somebody at least who's invaluable to your success and who is a facilitator to your success in some way. And someone could play a supportive role to your making a good impression in the right places at the right time with the right people. Some of you may have more interaction with parents or guardians at this time as well. Then from the 21st, that's a good period for new connections, getting involved in a collective or a group of some kind, a social circle, whether it's a small one or a big one, whether it's for your personal life or your professional reasons. That's all emphasized. And it's very favourably emphasised actually, and overall it should facilitate positive experiences for you, some of which may be even lucrative, or at least provide you with a resource or two. Okay, friendships and group gatherings are very favourably highlighted, and also at this time with Venus there, you feel as though your life is beginning to move forwards more than of late. And that's from the 21st onwards. So it won't be what you know as so much as who you know. And that will be from the 21st to well on into January. That will be around about mid-January. That will be there. Mercury is also laying on a more adventurous, outgoing flavour. It gives you the urge to push the boundaries, learn through doing, so you're being on quite a learning curve, I think. This energy could manifest as you finding ways which take you, which absorb you into something new and refresh your spirit. Also, you could be having more to do with teachers at this time, education in general, but teachers, guides, consultants, advisors, coaches, but also you yourself could be the one who is the consultant, guide, coach, teacher, you see. And Mercury is actually going to be in that area not only this month but on into January as well. Mercury is a very communicative vibration in a very communicative sector, and it is also about the law, this sector, but also higher law. And you might be taking a more philosophical view of things, looking for higher meanings, being very aspirational and idealistic at this time. So it'll be easier for you not to stress the small stuff and just get the overview and zoom out and see the bigger picture. Mercury will be retrograde until the 14th, which means there may be some hold-ups or cross wires, but then when Mercury goes direct again from mid-month, you will be able to feel that you're moving forward more quickly, which is what you like, and more confidently as well, I think. Working collaborations can be very productive and also dynamic for you this month. In fact, for several months to come. You're likely to have somebody who provides service to you or for you, somebody, and you find that you can get things done, do business together. It would be advisable to try and understand their needs and requirements and restrictions, and they understand yours, because Mars is a bit of a feisty planet. It's your ruling planet. It's a bit short on patience, and it can, there's a danger of conflicts wherever it goes. So if it's in this sector here, which is also loosely centered around health matters as well, your health matters or somebody else's, then there can be every now and again a bit of tension. So the way to deal with that is just to not expect everything to move too fast, and try and put your cards on the table and thresh out a solution between the two of you, or between you and whoever it is. It doesn't necessarily have to be just one other person, but with Mars here, it can be very useful. Somebody else can contribute their knowledge to you, their tools, their space, their attention, their time, their energy, and it can work out pretty well for you if you harness the energy and do not let Mars run away with you, because as I say, Mars can be a little bit short-tempered at times, and you're likely to have more involvement with anything around health, diet, exercise, people who are therapists or provide a service to you, but also you yourself, health, diet, exercise for others, or you provide a service for others. You are the one that is putting your skill at the disposal of others. It can work that way as well. But another thing about this actually is, because it's such a long transit, Mars is going to be there until after mid-2012 in fact, that you yourself could be learning new skills, learning some new know-how, learning some new ropes, and how to play the game, whatever that game might be. And helping and serving others is really the name of the game with Mars in this sector here. And when I say others, I don't necessarily mean human beings. It can be animals as well, or nature, something in nature, or whatever. So you want to get busy with daily tasks, the to-do lists. You want to get really in there physically, getting things organized. Could be like a garden or something, or it's an allegory. It can be, it's like a garden for you. It might be your physical body, it might be your health, mental, emotional as well. You'll be more inclined to strive through the sweat of your brow to get things how you want them to be. That would be a smart way to use this energy. Maintenance and repair work is also on the list as well. Just pace yourself though, because if you do get involved in something, because this is an area of health as well as work, then you might trip over your own shoelaces and bump your head, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to be training too hard or doing the diet too hard, because again, Mars here can lead to mishaps. There's a total solar eclipse on the 10th in an extremely good angle to your sun sign, Aries. Eclipses usually knock on for several months after they've occurred. This one is possibly going to stretch over the whole of 2012, and it could very much for you herald new beginnings in the higher education area, or to do with the law or the higher laws of spirituality, or being more involved with teachers, advisors, guides, or you being more involved with being a teacher, an advisor, a guide yourself. And Also, it can mean more travel, and you getting further out, whether it's just something you can do in a day and come back. Go and come back in a day, or it's further away travel. Actually, this is often more long distance journeys. And from the 22nd, it's likely that you will have more contact with people in positions of authority, bosses, red tape, etc. Also, about the total solar eclipse, it can be journeys of all kinds, short distance or long distance, but it is definitely a time for connecting with others in the neighborhood, a time when there could be changes related to siblings or blood sisters and brothers, and if there's somebody you need to contact, then delay no longer. Pick up the phone or write that letter. Now, every month I speak about the further out, slower moving planets from Jupiter to Pluto. I'll do that. I'll skip through them now. I won't go through them in great detail. If you want to see more detail, just go to my website. It's written up there. Now, Jupiter's current position is in a very material, physical sector for you, meaning that it bodes very well indeed for you to be making or being on the receiving end of good luck and changes which improve your situation, whether that's around property, goods, supplies, or money. And it also is very much related to your physical health as well, or maybe the physical health of somebody around you. So it really does have the cards stacked in your favor. It's going to be in there till next June. So overall, this is going to be a cycle for you to reach for better things materially and physically through perhaps sometimes a lucky break, but oftentimes it needs you to see a potential of some sort of regime of fitness or diet, or some sort of money-making project, something that you just kind of, somebody else has thrown away, and you pick it up and you think, aha, I can do something with this. It can be like that, but Jupiter is very much behind you at the moment. It has been going backwards for a long time, which has slowed down and dulled. It's going to take the shine off it a little bit, but it will be going forwards again after, I think it's mid-December, and that will be for several weeks to come. And some of you could be looking into the alternative energy area as well, natural resources, and really considering very seriously exactly what's been going through your body. Yeah, food is medicine. Really, if we use food properly, we don't need any other medicine at all, and definitely not antibiotics. But if you have to take antibiotics, and sometimes we do, then take probiotics as well at the same time, no matter what somebody tells you. And then for quite a while after it, a month or so after it, or just take the advice of a health practitioner, because I'm not an expert, but some things you do get to know when you've been here a long time. Now, overall, there's a Saturn transit in your opposite sign, meaning that you've got to just take more on your shoulders sometimes on behalf of or because of the situation of somebody else that you're dealing with professionally or in one-to-one close relationships in your personal life. It might not be their fault, or it might be. Either way, you just feel that pressure. It makes the burden a little bit heavier, because it's the decision or the behavior of somebody that you've been dealing with one-to-one. You just have got more on your back. Or it might be a partner, and because of what they're going through, you just got to be a bit carefuler with how you handle them. But also, this Saturn transit can bring you a very solid relationship with somebody as well. And also, this Saturn transit can make you feel a bit alone in a relationship, or make you feel even more acutely that if you don't have a relationship, like a partnership, you'd like to have one. It makes you feel more lonely. Whether you're in a relationship or not, Saturn tends to make you feel more lonely. Often people get married under this one, because they want to put things on a sort of more formal footing. and if you're working with the public, then again, try not, you might feel again more pressure, more burden at times, but try not to get involved, kind of emotionally involved. You Aries born 13th to the 14th, 14th to the 19th of April, or with Aries rising about 23 to 29 degrees, will feel this influence mostly this month, likely to. Uranus is in your sign. I mean, overall I'd say that's good news, but some of you may have started to wonder what's going to happen next if you're a very early Arian, because the action of Uranus can be very sudden and abrupt and can shock you. It does rule electricity, and it is known as the Awakener, and actually its job is to shake you up and to get you to see life from a different angle. It's there to liberate you, but along the way, I call it the Dorothy planet, really. Dorothy got picked up with her little dog Toto in the tornado and set down in a place which was definitely not Kansas, and she must have been really scared and alarmed. But once she did get put down, look at the wonderful adventure she had afterwards, and obviously she made a lot of money from it. Well, anyway, you should just rock and roll with it, and stay open-minded. Go with the fall if there is going to be a fall, and even though things can seem pretty dire in the moment, and you don't know what's going to happen next, if you've been through it, then you'll realize that all that change and blowing hot and blowing cold of others or situations, or even yourself, because you can feel more rebellious actually and want to get into unconventional things and what others call weird stuff. You'll be glad you did, because this is you playing, this is you experimenting with your mind and your life. Arians born 21st to the 23rd of March, or those with up to 2 degrees of Aries rising, like to feel that this month. Neptune is reversed into late Aquarius. Again, will be there until February, which means that you could be hanging out more with people who are working selflessly for others in some way. Healers, therapists and the like, but it also could be artists and groups who work towards a common goal for the common good. And don't allow any kind of peer pressure, though, to knock you off your own unique path, Aries. And you Arians born on the 17th to the 19th of April, or with the last couple of degrees of Aries rising, like to feel this mostly this month. The life-changing force of Pluto is coming at you from Capricorn, and it will be coming at you from Capricorn for several years, but it will be throwing the spotlight on different parts of Aries as it does. At the moment, you Arians born 25 to 30th of March, or with 4 to 9 degrees of Aries rising, should be feeling it the most. It just means that choices have to come from a deeper place, that you may try to hang on to the past or hang on to things that your mind has told you has got to be there, but Pluto goes much, much deeper than that. It's a very emotional energy, and it is incredibly compassionate, really, but it doesn't, again, feel like it when your life is being turned upside down and you're having to leave or let go of certain aspects of it. It could be a relationship, it could be what you've always thought was true, it might be your place on the map, it might be a professional setup, a domestic setup, it could be any number of things. I can't know that, but I'm just trying to give you the idea of it, and telling you that this is Pluto's job, and it will do its job and move on, and you will be so glad you went through that. You will feel as though you've been rebirthed when this transit is over. And that's it for December. If you know your rising sign or your moon sign, you might try listening to them too to see if they make sense to you. And may I wish you a happy time over the Christmas holidays, and I'll see you the next time.